Why, hello everyone. I hope you've been well. It's been a couple of days now, hasn't it? I mean, it was Friday, right? Around Friday. You guys can hear me, right? It looks like everything should be okay. How is everyone doing today? And I was going to potentially do the 2.0 yesterday, but figured today might have been a better time. But it's been a while. It's been a while. I'm a little nervous. I'll say that, even though we were already here once before, you know. But it's nice to see everyone again. Always lovely to see the same faces. And hope to see everyone in the future, of course. Ooh, no Dr. Pepper? Are you sure? I don't know. I used to be a really big Dr. Pepper fan, but at one point I think I drank too much of it that it like changed. The flavor of it changed. That's how much I drank it when I was younger. Also, hi Yorkie. That's my wife. One of my many wives in VFleet. Also, if you hear me coughing or clearing my throat, my sinuses are acting up a little bit. So it's been a time, unfortunately. Cough drops don't help me anymore, unfortunately. It's been really bad this winter. Really bad. Harem. In a way. Also, let me some things are being a little funky here. There we go. You can reset the taste with more Dr. Pepper. Should I give that a try? After what happened with like me having too much Dr. Pepper, I kind of just swapped over to Sprite for a while. But now I don't really drink any pop at all. I'm kind of like a water and a milk truther, aside from the occasional Coke Zero. Now, we already know that I'm lactose intolerant, but we also know that it doesn't bother me. So we deal with it. We deal with it. I mean, that's how we got these. Anyways, I also, I'm trying to figure out YouTube. I will be honest, I'm most familiar when it comes with Twitch clipping, but YouTube clipping is a little funky. I was trying to clip the VOD, but you can't download individual clips. So I downloaded the entire hour because I have no idea how to get individual clips from YouTube. We're figuring it out one step at a time. One step at a time. But welcome in everybody. We are doing the debut 2.0 today. Basically, we're going to be yapping a lot, which is no different from the first day we were together. But more yapping, I guess. More specifics. We're going to go a little more in depth of everything. But I'll record specific parts. Maybe I should try that instead. I literally just downloaded the entire thing and I clipped it and I was like, yep, that works. Ignoring the almost 1.5 gigabytes that I just installed. Oh, we're twinning. Also, it's nice to meet you as well. It's nice to meet everyone, all the new faces in here. It's lovely to see you guys. Ooh, I've got a lot to talk about. So I hope you guys are going to be ready. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask any, just nothing obviously too personal. But I definitely have a lot to talk about anime. I hate to tell you guys, but I'm a huge nerd. So when we get back to that area, we're gonna be there for a while. So, what counts as a new face? Any first timers? Pineapple on pizza? Depends. It very much depends on who makes it and how long it's been on the pizza. Because I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad to have a little bit of sweet with savory, but if it gets really like soggy, hard pass. Hard pass. Also, it was a long time ago though. I would need to rewatch it again. Because I think I watched it when I was like in... I'm thinking of the right anime, which I believe I am. I think I was in like middle school when I watched it. Yes, because it's when they cry. Pretty sure I was very young when I watched it. Attack on Titan is the most overrated show in the anime catalog. There's definitely a few of them. that are quite overrated. I cannot lie. Oh, they have a new version. Okay, I will have to check that out. That is for sure. Ooh, between New York, Chicago, and Detroit, which is real pizza? Ooh, that's definitely a controversial question, I feel like. This has to be in a jar in her lab. You're supposed to stay there, okay? Don't try and find your way out. I have uses for you in the future. I will say, ooh, I'm biased. I want to say Detroit pizza. Another thing too about Detroit and pizza is we also have Little Caesars. And it may not be like peak pizza per se, but it's cheap pizza and it gets the job done. And it's not 20 bucks, all right? Let's see. Nearest pizza is realest pizza, true. That's a way to go about it. Ooh, Full Metal Alchemist or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Sorry, I talk really fast, so if you ever hear me mumbling, I'm not trying to cast a spell, I promise. I'm just reading chat to myself. I want to say... I am most familiar with Brotherhood. So probably Brotherhood for my personal preference. Detroit style is really good. And we also have Deep Dish. Deep Dish originated because of Detroit style pizza. So you gotta consider that. You gotta consider that. Yeah, it has been becoming less cheap. It used to be, you know, the $5 pizza, now it's like $6 and then $7. And if you want to DoorDash it because you don't feel like driving, it's like $10. It is hot and ready. It is hot and ready, exactly. Also, ooh, do you like One Piece, Naruto, or Bleach? I used to be into all of them, but majorly I was really big into Naruto. Very, very big into Naruto. I read the entire manga series that was out at the time. It was back in 2016, 2017. A majority of the manga was already out, and I read every single manga in about a week. Like a singular week, I read everything, and it was about, like, I think half a year before the manga was wrapped up and finished, I think. At least the translated manga. And it was about like a year or two before Boruto came out. I tried to watch it when it was coming out, but I never got super into it. Why are we harassing Subway? What's going on with Subway? I know they have protein wraps now, and a lot of people have recommended it for reaching protein goals. None of the villains ever actually did anything. This is true. Like in terms of like kind of like what they did to become villains in a way. I'm never too good for a Little Caesars pizza. Honestly, I love Little Caesars. It's my guilty pleasure. I can't lie. No way. Hold on. Before we get started, ignore the nickname. You can call me Des, but don't call me Daisy or May, okay? No Daisy May here. Also, hello, Ink. Hello. How meticulous are you with your experiments? Very, very meticulous. Also, my favorite Naruto character. That's a good question. Oh, no way. Admiral, you're getting banned. How do I ban a moderator? My favorite Naruto character. It's been so long that it's honestly really hard to remember. Ooh. This is actually a really hard question. Not only has it been so long, so I'm kind of forgetting it. Because I know I used to have a very big favorite back then. But I can't remember who it was, and I also haven't watched or read it in so long. Ooh, hold on. I was a really big fan of the Sand siblings, mainly because I can't was it Kankuro? Kankuro? I don't remember his name. The puppet guy was really cool. Susody was also cool. I liked anyone to do with puppets. I thought it was really, really interesting. I like Kiba's dog. Yes, thank you. I know there was someone else, but he was more of a late character. Like, he came in really late. But I cannot remember his name for the life of me right now. I'll have to, like, look up characters later, honestly. Wait, actually, let me look up the characters now. If you hear my keyboard, don't mind it. Let's see. Alright, let's take a look here. Oh my gosh, I forgot how many characters this series had. To be fair, it's a really long series. Let me ban the Admiral. Hashtag free the Admiral. I see we're a little divisive here right now. Ooh, the bug guy was also really cool. I think he's super underrated. Which, I think his name was Shino? I don't know. Like I said, it's been so long that if I forget, I'm so sorry. I think those were mainly my favorites. I know there was another character who was a late game character. Late game. Whatever. But I totally forgot who it was. I'll probably remember if I, like, see them in the future. But we'll find out. Anyways, let me also address the slides real fast. We are quite tall. I would say, anyways. 180 centimeters. Freedom units about 5'10"-ish. Around there. 5'9", between 5'9" and 5'11". Middle at 5'10". Anyways, we'll figure out what to do with Admiral. I'm sure I have some ideas to figure out. Even though he is our father, he's also quite the menace. So we will bully him. Just wait until Friday, guys. There's going to be a lot. You're going to have all of us together, and you're also going to have us in the face of our father, who we bully already. So just get ready for what's going to happen then. Can we have uppies? Yes, you can have uppies. 5'10" on a good day. Yeah, maybe even 6 foot. I'm wearing heels, so about 6 feet. Give or take. Oh, yes, Friday. No one's ready. I'm nervous because I have a really bad attention span. If that wasn't obvious with the way I jump from one conversation to the next and one topic to the next, my attention span it's dead. It's like the average Gen Z attention span is what I would probably compare it to. So you know I'm cooked. So that's probably... You're probably gonna see me zoning out a couple of times before locking back in. Then we'll see what happens. My one saving grace will probably just be like poking at Admiral when I can, of course. Oh gosh, no. No, you guys, you need to listen to me real fast. I'm going to expose Admiral real fast here. He would call me at like 3 a.m. my time, and I would think it's something important. I'm like, oh my gosh, I think that something happened. Maybe it's something regarding the debut, or maybe it's like a special meeting. Every single time. Okay, maybe not every time, but a good 9 times. What? 9 times out of 10. Sorry, I'm mixing my words here. 9 times out of 10, it would be a 6-7 joke every single time without fail. And he will start it like it's something serious, like it's a very important question, or like something important that I need to pay attention to, or like he'll be like, okay, I need to sit down for this, please. Like, okay, what's going on? Is something happening? Like, do I have to worry about this? 6, 7. Like, are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? Why are you awake at 3 a.m.? Why are you worried about my sleep schedule? Sorry, I got a little worked up there, but you have to understand that this is what I have to deal with on like a regular basis, okay? This is what I have to deal with. I'm like, okay, this is something I really need to be locked in for. Maybe something happened. Maybe I'm in trouble. It's never the case. By the way, Can someone please explain to Admiral that telling someone we need to talk is so anxiety-inducing? It's like, hey, we gotta talk. And I'm like, did I do something? It's like, oh no, it's nothing like that. It's just about like this art thing that I want to show you for the debut. I'm like, oh. I thought I was going to be terminated or something, or put on like probation for some reason. Okay, it is so scary. Oh my goodness, it's just crazy. So I will be honest, if any of us bully Admiral, just know that he deserves it. Do not defend him, okay? Anything that comes his way, it's deserved. Don't even worry about it. Especially too, because when he says, hey, we need to talk, it'll take him like an hour for him to respond when I'm like, yeah, what's going on? It's like, oh, sorry, I was just in a meeting. I'm like, what? Oh gosh. Put up on blast. All right, we're making a twit longer. We are canceling Admiral on Twitter. I will see you all in about a couple days. I gotta put together the Google Docie as we are going to be canceling Admiral. Okay, this is true. I can't argue that point. Oh my goodness. All right, let me actually move to the next slide here. Well, there we go. Our rig. What can we talk about our rig? I mean, I will say it's beautifully done. Do you like the big guns? There's a reason why we have very big assets. And it's to represent the very big guns that we've got. Let me go to the next one here. Okay, listen. I don't even know why I message you sometimes. Because I kind of forget what I message you about. Random things. Sometimes I kind of just send a meme. Or like I send something that's like on Twitter and I'm like, now imagine this. Like, you know, I kind of like messaged Admiral the other day about the one video. I don't know who the character is, but she like presses her boobs against the glass and it just breaks the glass. And I'm like, we should get this. But it's like my transition, like my scene transition. Hear me out. That's the stinger. You know, it's a work in progress. It's just random things sometimes. Don't worry about it. Of course, hear me out. Hear me out. Now, could I get banned for it? Maybe. I don't know. I actually don't know. I'm sure YouTube wouldn't mind too much, right? I don't know. YouTube's a little scary sometimes. I can't lie. But she says that to me when I'm at work in front of people. This is true. I've also sent like Label from Nikkei. I used to send like random art that I would find on Twitter of her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this kind of looks like me. And it would be like the most sus photos ever because that's what everyone would draw of her, okay? Why do you have Discord open at work? That's a good question, actually. Speaking of, we actually will have a Nikkei video coming up this week. Mainly because I couldn't play Nikkei for the first time on stream. So I ended up recording it. It was about a month ago that I recorded it, I think. Something like that. But we recorded it because I wanted to play with Label. So I was grinding for her. I did get her, by the way. Fun fact, I did get her. But I couldn't stream it. So it's going to be a video, and that's going to go up this week. I'm thinking Friday. Either Wednesday or Friday is whichever works best. Probably Friday, I feel like. Recoil Physics Simulator Gotcha. That sounds about right. Des and Nikkei cosplay fan art. We actually do have that. That did go up a little bit ago, thanks to Broth Bowl. There's also a not safe for work version on his Twitter as well, in case you are curious. Will I be pulling for EH? I am not quite sure. I know they're planning a collab soon, and it was a red spider lily. I'm not sure if that was released yet, or if it was revealed yet. I'm kind of curious what they're going to do. But I guess we'll see. Also, our likes and dislikes screen. So I realize that a lot of what I talked about in the 1.0 was stuff that I could have elaborated on in my 2.0. But here we are. Yes, oh my gosh. There is some art that you guys will definitely enjoy when it comes out with Texa and I. If case you are curious. I don't think it's been posted yet, at least not that I'm aware of. You guys will like it. It's a little surprise. If you like our big ladies in LIBERTAS, then you are in for a treat. That will, I'm not quite sure when it'll be posted, but I will definitely retweet it when the time comes. Oh, I also have some other art to share with you guys coming up. You'll like it, I'm sure. It definitely has something to do with something that we've shown before. Speaking of, I'm not quite sure when that toggle will ever really come in handy. But it'll come out eventually. Here and there. We'll play a horror game and it'll just randomly pop out when I get scared. But anyways, talking about our likes. Horror, I know this is going to be a big topic. I actually saw a little bit of the pre-chat before hopping in. You guys were asking about my husbandos from horror. Now, I just want to ask, are we trying to approach like normal ones or like any sort of hear me outs? I'm going to be honest. For me, I'm not quite sure what falls under hear me outs necessarily, because I never understand what's too freaky or what's not as freaky to be considered a hear me out. So it's kind of just there for me. I do simp for wait, why are we talking about JoJo? I mean, yes, actually Diego more than any other deal. I like Diego because I think he's funny and he's got mommy issues, which is a plus in my world. Okay. Hear me out on that one, okay? Diego Brando. Wait, no, you guys wouldn't know this. There used to be a video where it was like why Diego Brando is the perfect husbando. I'm not gonna reference that, but if you know, you know. We'll leave it there. If you know, you know. And he's got mommy issues. So what's not to love? I mean, I think that's always a plus. And he's cute. He's a little guy, little dino guy. But hear me out has to be a thing that isn't conventionally attractive. Okay. Ooh. I mean, I feel like thinking of Resident Evil, a lot of even the enemies, like even like Nemesis or Mr. X, like I feel like, isn't that technically conventionally attractive in a way? No, that maybe? I don't know. I feel like that's not a big enough hear me out to be considered a hear me out in my way. Or in my opinion. Hold on. No, guys, you gotta listen here. No, okay. Maybe you don't have to listen. Nemesis would definitely be a hear me out. Let me take a good look at him. Hold on. Let me... Okay. Okay, wait. Let me just... I mean... What? I mean, like... It's not bad, I feel like. No, come on, guys. Why is Pennywise here? I feel like it's just not... It's not... Okay, well... Maybe a little debatable. I feel like maybe I just don't understand. How about aliens? Are those considered hear me outs? Because, like, I mean... what about Pennywise? I mean, he's a funny guy, I guess, but... I don't know. I feel like I'd be kind of scared at the same time because, bro, he would be kind of bad like with this whole relationship thing, because if he feeds off of fear and he wanted to do that off of me, he would just leave. Be like, oh, yeah, I'm a little hungry, wifey. Do you mind if I kind of like feed off of fear somehow from you? And then he just disappears because my greatest fear is abandonment. So that wouldn't work out too well. Very much hear me out on Xenomorph. Really? I feel like Xenomorph is kind of like baby's first monster fucker. You know what I mean? Like baby's first monster fucker right there. Look at that. You can't tell what I'm looking at. I'm Googling them. So I can see them. You can't. What is another hear me out? Okay, this makes me sound like a furry. But, you know, Final Fantasy in particular, talking about to my Final Fantasy 14 players here, you know, like the really tall lichen race? So I would play as the female Viera. Those things are double the female Viera height. And I was like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. And I guess that was kind of a hear me out. They also have cod pieces for some reason. I'm not quite sure why they got that, but yeah, Predator isn't really too much of a hear me out. I feel like they're very close to humanoid. Dude, I'm like totally gonna get called out from like having just like weird conversations about random hear me outs. Yes, I believe so. Hold on. I think it is the Lupins from Final Fantasy 14. They're like really freaking tall, and one of them was really sweet. I feel like my standards are so low when it comes to like some game. By the way, I'm a big Estinian fan. I think he's really cool. Absolutely love him. But hear me out, Cake. I fear what Kid is going to put. Yes to the Resident Evil comment, but I'm not going to elaborate on it. No, what? Listen, okay? I don't really have a way of defending myself here. You just have to understand. Okay, when I was playing Resident Evil 2, I think it was Resident Evil 2, yeah, it was. I remember seeing the liquors and I was streaming it to my friends. It was definitely a hear me out for me. You don't worry about it. Listen, can you blame me? Also, you're saying it's sharp, but now this stays between us here. However many of us are here. But like, I have a blood kink anyway, so I feel like it's not too big of a deal. Okay, a little bit, but not too big of a deal. I feel like it's something you can work around, okay? We can work with it. We can work with it. Yeah, just yes, correct. Yeah. Can someone ban Admiral from chat so he doesn't have to listen to this, please? Can we, I feel like I'm so sorry for the mods in here who have to deal with this. I would like to send out a formal apology. I am so sorry. I just got a message from Admiral. I'm really scared. It's just a me. Dude, you guys are gonna see that I graduate in like a month, guys. Oh my gosh. I see a DM from Admiral during a stream. I'm like, we're getting a little off track here, guys. Anyways, what were we talking about? Also, not a hear me out. I'm pretty sure almost every single person is somewhat attracted to Leon Kennedy, by the way. I just want to say that. Every single person I hear that is, like, into Resident Evil find Leon attractive one way or another. It's like, he is for everyone. Everyone knows it. And it's like, you know what? Good for him. He's huge now, by the way. I need his, like, gym routine. I guess, like, fighting zombie parallels, I suppose, is the routine. That's about right. Oh, gosh. To be fair, yeah, I'm exposed to Habu. This is true. I feel like it can be pretty tame. I actually promised Admiral that I would be decently tame on stream. But apparently that was a lie. Who do you ship Leon with? Okay, hear me out. This is probably because I'm biased. And I think she's gorgeous. And I love her. Ada. I actually got back into Dead by Daylight at one point just to play as Ada. I freaking love Ada. Oh my gosh. She is so gorgeous. I really want to cosplay her so bad. But I just haven't gotten around to it. Plus, I need to lock back into the gym too. Have you had a Habu sandwich? I have not. But wait a second. Mine of that post that was like, I was thirsting over Leon and my husband was annoyed. Not because he was jealous, but because I was just now realizing it. Dude. Everyone's into Leon. I remember seeing like this video about like, it was like a ship video between Queso and like, I think Leon, or was it him and Chris? But then Leon came into the picture. But why do you think Mr. X is chasing Leon around? Dude, everyone wants him, let's be honest. Chris Redfield is also definitely all, to be fair, okay. I feel like everyone in Resident Evil is like crazy attractive. I feel like, oh man, who doesn't like at least one Resident Evil character? Like at least if you're into Resident Evil, there's one character you sim for at least, and it's probably Ada or Leon. And shout out to all of my Carlos enjoyers, by the way. Big shout out to all my Carlos enjoyers. They all got better with age. It's true. They all age like fine wine. Rebecca, ooh. I actually like, I would start playing Rebecca in Dead by Daylight as well because I do like Rebecca a lot. Ooh, what about Silent Hill? Okay, I'm pretty sure a lot of people who, Pyramid Head. You can guess what I'm going to say. A lot of people are into Pyramid Head. A lot. I'm not exempt, unfortunately. You kind of gotta understand. Yeah, he's pretty. I mean, he's just a dude. Well, not just a dude necessarily, but it's Pyramid Head. Let me actually look up all the Silent Hill characters here. I haven't seen them in a while. I actually want to play all the Silent Hill games eventually. Dude, the Fox guy from the new Silent Hill. I don't care if he's a little manipulative, guys. I like him. He's protective, okay? He may be a little bit of a gaslighter. That's okay. We can deal with it. Let me see here. Oh yes, it's Kotoyuki, which is the new Silent Hill game. Who else? I will say, honestly, he probably is actually one of my favorites. Just because also I am... This feels weird to say, but I really like Fox type characters. Fox or Wolf type characters I really, really enjoy. Don't really know why. I think it's just because like they always are... I don't really know. It's just that type. To be fair, I'm someone who really likes the dog type personality. And I guess like a lot of the time those characters kind of come close, but with like a darker twist. What? Is this a way of calling me a furry? Hold on a second. But like, you know, that Or people talk about like golden retriever boys or something like that. It's like dog slash like puppy type personality. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. You guys are all getting banned. And I feel like wolf and like fox kind of somewhat fit in, but they're typically like a little more like untamed, if that makes sense. But Nick Wilde from Zootopia is crazy. I'm not saying I'm into Nick Wilde, okay? And don't try to say I am. Do not put that in my mouth. We're shutting this down right now. Sounds like you like Beastars. I actually do like Beastars. I actually really like Juno's character a lot. Guys, you need... You know what you're doing, all of you. Now, this is exactly why we have isolation cages. You guys are all going in. Drives you wild is crazy. Now, am I saying that I probably didn't have a tiny crush on him as a child? I'm not saying that. But would I now? No. Hopefully not. Oh. No comment. You kind of got me there. It's been 40 minutes since the topic shift. How did we get here? What happened? I'm trying to think of like... any other... Hear me out. I don't think I have anything crazy. Not off the top of my head. Join me, brothers. This isn't the jar. You're going back. No, 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 no. This is it. You're being put in your own jar, and you're being put far, far away at the back of the lab by yourself. In a dark, damp corner. Ooh. Okay. Depends. It kind of depends. Can I have like a third secret option? A third secret option of Tomoe from Kami-sama Kiss? Just because I kind of don't want to make that decision. I don't know. Oh gosh. Okay, I mean... I feel like off like... this is a hard question for like younger me. No, you guys are all going in the jar. You guys all get your own little jars. I don't know if I can make that decision actually. This is really difficult. I choose to abstain, I think. I'm abstaining from that question. Anyways. Guys, ask me about mortuary. Ask me about cats. I'll tell you what cat breed I think I'd be. I think I'd be a ragdoll cat. A big, fluffy, sleepy cat. In fact, I'm sleepy right now. I'm always sleepy. If I was a wild cat, I think I'd be a snow leopard. What do you guys think? Uh-oh. We need to silence Admiral. I'm not letting this heretic in my chats. This is insane. Oh my gosh. I do like lore videos of horror games. I actually recently watched a lot on Outlast Trials because it's been my hyperfixation lately. Don't know why, but I've really been into Outlast Trials lately. Also, oh, my button? Yeah, you know, it's hanging in there for now. I will say the conversation earlier, putting a little bit of a strain, but ooh, a Maine Coon. That's a good question. My cat that I have is actually a Maine Coon, but she's a runt. She's really tiny. She's like a couple of pounds at best. She's such a cuddle bug. Every time I take a nap, I wake up and she's laying on top of me, like laying in my arms. No, it is definitely the hardest worker, but I feel like we definitely needed to go on break. But also, hello. We're talking about Hear Me Out. If anyone has Hear Me Out, by the way, to share, I'm curious to see what everyone else has for Hear Me Outs, because I exposed myself. Hello, Ali. Hello. Welcome in, guys. Yes, I do have a cat. I actually eventually want to do like a cat cam Hello, welcome in. It's good to see you. In case you have to run, I want to ask you a quick question because we were just talking about it. But what's your greatest hear me out? Because we were talking about hear me outs, and my time on the podium, I'm cutting it a little short. I don't want to talk anymore about mine. How are you? How was stream? Ooh, wait, hold on. Fallout 4 Assaultron? Let me see. By the way, if you ever hear me, like, my keyboard ASMR. Okay, you know what? I can see this. I can see this. I feel like, in a way, it's not too bad. I can see this. Slime girls and tentacles. You know, it's a little vanilla. You can spice it up a little bit. Everyone loves slime girls, right? I mean, Viera from Final Fantasy, they're gorgeous. Like, they're gorgeous. I also find it really funny that the female Viera are typically larger than the males. Yeah, it's kind of rough. For me, it's like the matter of, I don't know what's considered too vanilla for a hear me out and what's normal for a hear me out. Because I feel like my idea of vanilla is like people's idea of like hardcore sometimes. So it's just really hard to kind of find one, you know? Ooh, succubus. I see you. I see you. The asteroid from Ace Combat. Hold on a second. The Pokemon. There's definitely a lot coming out now. You know, this is definitely a really interesting hear me out. Oh my gosh. This is great. It is literally just a rock. I know. It's a very interesting. It reminds me when someone said the number 8 was their hear me out. Oh my gosh, hi kid. We're talking about hear me outs. I'm sure you're an expert on this. You're definitely an expert on this considering you got censored before. So I know you have a lot to say on the topic. But oh wait, I was also saying what cat that I would be. I'm not quite sure if you agree with this, but I said that I would be, if I was like a domestic cat, I would be a ragdoll. And then if I was a wild cat, I'd be a snow leopard. Oh, there we go. I think the hear me out conversation is what summoned Kid, actually. That's what I'm convinced. This is how I know this conversation is kind of intense, because we keep getting Automod active in chat every time. Like almost like every minute there is an Automod. The actual IRL USS Des Moines. Is this considered like necrophilia? Is that what it's kind of considered? Because technically I'm like dead. Because I'm kind of in bits and pieces. You don't talk about it. I mean, it's a fair question. I'm just saying. Abort. Yeah, this is why I'm going to become horror focused, because I'm technically like a ghost, right? Necrophilia. Oh my gosh, kid. None of the words spoken here are in the Bible. Well, at least a good chunk. There is definitely some that we're talking about that are omitted at the least. USS Salem. Okay, I can hear this one. I can see this. I've been really wanting to go see the USS Salem. I wanted to go recently, but I wasn't able to, especially because of the weather. Hopefully soon, because I really want to go. Maybe during the summer. I don't know. The bullet bill from Mario. Hold on a second. Let me take a look at this. All right. Oh, okay. You know, I see it. I kind of see it. Now, in my mind, sometimes when I see things like this, you kind of have to get this visual in your brain where it's like, now, if an anime artist drew this as a character, what would this look like? I could see this, you know, visually, I can kind of get an image in my mind. I'm hearing you out. I'm hearing you out on this one. I'm not going to be safe during this tour. No, you are not. In fact, when I was watching Pippa stream when the tour was being streamed, there were a lot of things I was trying not to say in chat, especially in the case that someone saw me from VFleet. Grandpa from Land Before Time. Hold on. Oh, okay. What does he sound like? You know, I kind of gotta... I feel like the voice is where it's going to come in. I will also say... There was something I was going to say about The Land Before Time. I was such a big Ducky fan. Because Land Before Time, I would like have those movies on repeat. Like the little like, yup. I would say that all the time when I was little because I love Ducky. That long neck of truth. True, I can see the appeal. Let me see. Yeah, I want to find more photos of Grandpa here. Now that sounds weird. Pause. We're canceling this. We're canceling this. This whole conversation. We're ending it here. All right. Sweet. We're not gonna dive any deeper than we already have. We can only go so deep into the hole, okay? And no one make a joke about that. Hannibal from Coffee. This is the last one. Just because I'm curious. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. All right. No, I see it. The joke is right there. I know, and I literally put it in your hands. Please go to the slide. All right, we're moving on. This is a good conversation starter. My favorite sweets, by the way, is any. Depends on the mood. I like pie, peanut butter pie. Anything peanut butter. Let's see the games. By the way, definitely expect an Outlast Trials collab sometime in the future because I will force people to play with me. It is my fixation. Let's see. Also a lot of horror. As you can tell, we are already on the horror grind as we have the guy coming up, and we also have Hallmark. Peanut butter cheesecake sounds really good. Also, yeah, we have fun here by causing lots of chaos. Anything peanut butter is the yes from me. Anything peanut butter. League of Legends. Will I stream that? Unsure. Ooh, that's a really good question, actually. Hold on. Are you more slasher horror, psychological, or slow burn horror? I'm actually a very big fan of supernatural, mainly haunting horror, but it has to be done well. Sadly, not a lot of franchises do it well anymore, but I'm very big fan of supernatural horror. But under most circumstances, oh my gosh, English? I don't really know what that is. Psychological, I'm a big fan of. Ooh, but body horror is the one that unnerves me the most. Body horror is the one that really, really gets me uncomfortable. In particular, anything to do with like eye stuff. Ooh, gives me like, the jitters. I can't. You see Society? Talking about actual Society, that probably is the worst horror I've ever seen, if that's what we're talking about. Yes, Voices of the Void. I actually talked about that during my debut. I want to play it really badly. I collab with Josie for League streams. Tempting. I mean, if we're ever down for a League collab, I would not mind pulling it out. Yeah, Word is hard, guys. Ooh, Alien Isolation. I actually really want to play Alien Isolation. I would watch my friends play it, or streamers, and it's so interesting. I also know that the AI is something that is, also as in like game AI, is something that will adjust to how you typically play, which I think is really interesting. Now League again. Well, oh, my tracking like died for a second. That was weird. What's your favorite scary movie? All right, Ghostface, hold on. Actually, ironically enough, I really like the Scream movies in particular. I think it's the first two that I'm really into. I do like Scream a lot. I also like the concept of Scream. But in terms of like my favorite overall, sheesh, that's a hard one. A little bit of a hard bargain, to be honest. Also, I do want to play Iron Lung, and sadly I haven't watched it, which I really want to. I missed it because I wasn't able to go see it. I really don't know how to... I cannot pick a favorite horror movie. It's really hard for me. Why are my eyes doing the frog thing again? My like tracking has been so weird sometimes. Also, hello Zach, welcome in. You'll enjoy the film. I really want to see it. I'm hoping it comes to streaming at least a little bit, or if even like, I think there's, oh wait, is YouTube like originals a thing anymore? I don't even know. Pick a series. Okay. I think it's kind of between, because I have a weak spot for the supernatural ones, but kind of between Insidious and Conjuring. But they canned the entire concept. That's crazy. I mean, I guess I kind of see why, because it wasn't too successful for a while, but I just want to see Iron Lung, okay? Dark or milk chocolate? It depends. By itself, milk chocolate. But if it's dark chocolate with something else, dark chocolate. Because something needs to kind of get an edge off that bitterness for me, because I love sweet stuff. So I hope he does. I was so looking forward to seeing it, and all my friends did, but I never got to see it, and I was so sad. Fingers crossed I get to see it, because I was so excited. Hopefully. Ooh, yes, dark chocolate with salted caramel, or even just a little bit of sea salt by itself is a pretty good bargain. Or like cherries, dark chocolate with cherries, can be pretty good. It just, I can't handle dark chocolate by itself. Straight cocoa? I don't think I've ever had straight cocoa, actually. Ooh, dark chocolate mousse is good. I like mousse in general. Mousse is really, really good. There is this Korean place I tend to go to, and they always have like mousse cake, or like mousse by itself, and it's always so good. I have a weak spot for sweets, but I try to ban those urges from my brain, because I try to focus on eating healthier. Because I really don't want to lose myself in the sweets, because it will happen if I'm not careful. Ooh, chocolate milk is actually really good for you. Are you lying to me, or is this actually a thing? Ooh, wait, that doesn't sound bad with bananas and peanut butter. Wait, that sounds really good. You guys are gonna make me hungry. Yeah, I also just can't eat dark chocolate by itself. Sydney Prescott, oh, for favorite horror? Ooh, favorite horror character. Oh gosh, okay, I do like Sydney Prescott a lot, I cannot lie. I think she's really cool, but I don't know if I would say she's my favorite. I kind of really like the characters from the Saw series, the Saw franchise, the original characters. Like I'm talking about like Amanda and like the actual original Jigsaw, because I think that their approach on morality is really interesting. But I don't know if I would call them my favorite. I have reasons why I like a lot of characters from certain horror franchises. Ooh, the problem with this being like my favorite genre is the fact that it's hard to actually pick out favorites. Oh my gosh. It's good protein. All right. I'm putting chocolate milk as my post workout. Oh my gosh, hold on. They're trying to think. This is actually a question that really stumped me. Oh my goodness. Got any horror movie rights for us normies? I think, in my personal opinion, you'd want to start off with a big franchise. Well, it depends what you're looking for. If you like Ghost, I would probably say go for Insidious. Insidious is a smaller franchise than Conjuring, but it still has a very good kick, and I think the original movies are really good. If you're looking for slasher, but you want a comedic touch, go for Scream. If you want something funny, watch Scary Movie. But if you want actual slasher, I would say Friday the 13th. Unless you want something that's a little more maniacal, I would probably just say do any of the Nightmare on Elm Street, probably. Yeah, classical slashers, yeah, Halloween or Friday the 13th, 100%. Chocolate milk and chicken nuggies. I'm getting those Dio nuggies out. A saw maze. Oh my gosh. You also kind of like just like had me remember something. I'll see if I remember any of this in a month. Is crazy. Ooh, what's your favorite nightmare film? I don't remember which one it was. Was it the second one? No, I don't know. It was the one, I know for a fact one of the scenes was when he was scratching on the chalkboard. That's what I remember most from that movie because it was horrendous for me and very overstimulating. Which also leads to what I was about to say regarding regarding me going to a haunted house when I was younger. I went to this haunted house when I was visiting one of my family members, and we were going through it, and there was a lot of flashing lights and very trippy things. I got so overwhelmed and overstimulated that I started crying, and all the scare actors thought it was because I was actually scared of them, and they all felt bad, so they wouldn't jump out at us. But it wasn't because of that. It was literally just because of the fact I was so overstimulated from all the the flashing lights and the loud noises, and I could not handle it at the time. Also, Scream is technically that scene, but what that one is Scary Movie, which is a parody of a lot of horror franchises, including Scream. So kinda close. It is the Ghostface one though. Do you prefer horror movies where the bad guy wins at the end? I like ones where it has an ambiguous ending or a twist. And typically that said bad guy that wins is actually a twist off of the main character being the bad guy or someone unexpected. That's what I tend to like. Oh, The Final Nightmare, is that the one? It's been so long. I used to watch a lot of horror movies when I was a kid. Like, I have like vivid memories of like Final Destination and Ghost Ship, and that's exactly why I grew up paranoid. Do I consider Evil Dead horror? I think it's gore. I think it's horror, but obviously comedy at the same time. Preferably Ash vs. Evil Dead. The new Evil Dead movies aren't bad, but to me it's not the same without Ash, in my opinion. I miss Ash. But Final Destination, probably, I honestly either first or second, because I feel like over time you can tell that it's starting to get like a little bit hard for them to kind of figure things out. I haven't seen the recent one. What was it? Final Destination I don't remember what it was called, Bloodlines or something? I did not see it. Yeah, Final Destination is literally whatever could go wrong will go wrong. And it's just, oh my gosh. It just makes you unnaturally paranoid if you grow up off of it, I swear. Bloodlines, okay. I will also say, if you're looking for any newer B-rated horror that's just like straight like gore, there was Pearl that came out a while ago. That one was just kind of like unsettling. Like, you could like, I really liked how the actress did, though, I cannot lie. I think she did really well with actually like, you can like hysteria. She did a really good job portraying her hysteria. I think it was well done in that sense. But what I say, it's like super engaging, not necessarily, but the actress did a very good job. Ooh, Alien and The Thing, those are really good ones. If you like more so action in terms of Alien, the Predator series is really good. In fact, I'm kind of excited for the new movie. I'm not quite sure if it's out. I think it might have come out, but I haven't seen it yet. I actually haven't seen any of like the super old black and white horror movies. Also, hello, welcome in. Doing all right, doing all right. Ooh, okay. You kind of have to hear me out on this. I've actually never seen the Terminator movies. That was just not something that I grew up watching. I know it sounds really weird. I like to redeem a hydrate. Okay, I have a water bottle. Let me, There we go. Yeah, I've actually never seen the Terminator movies. Oh no, I want to see Badlands. That's the one I really want to see. A watch along. That could be a good idea, actually. With your movie taste, man. Oh my gosh. Oh, SCP. How should I pronounce your name? Because I do want to learn. I'm just Ben the streamer. What did I do? Listen. Oh my gosh. Oh, we should talk about anime, because I know I was talking about how the anime conversation could be fun. I can't lie. I'm an old gen anime watcher, so a lot of the newer ones I'm not too familiar with. Aside from very few. Watch 1 and 2. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Good taste in everything but League. Okay. The reason I got into League of Legends is because my friends literally harassed me into getting into League. I played Smite before that. And then they wanted to get into League, and they would not leave me alone until I play League of Legends. They would spam me constantly until I would play League. It was bad. My favorite genre of anime. Do you think bringing up Smite helps your case? I'm sorry. Listen, I think mythology is cool. Gosh, my favorite genre, honestly, psychological horror, probably. And then I really do like shonen. But it kind of depends on the character dynamics at the same time. Ooh, but I do, okay, I like a lot of shoujo anime as well, but more so shoujo, like the action shoujo. Or ones that are somewhat slice of life, but with like, I guess like a very interesting twist, kind of like the Apothecary Diaries. Romance, I'm not a big fan of. I am okay with romance in anime, but I don't want it to be the main focus because I think a lot of the time it kind of gets bland in series if they don't do it well. But not all of the time. I think some is pretty good. Oh my gosh, the League addiction. Yeah. Do I like war films? I like the ones that are like kind of documentary. I think a lot of them are really interesting. Ooh, Crookshank. Okay, okay. Ooh, okay. I'll keep that in mind. Crookshank. There we go. Why am I not surprised by the shonen part? Magical girls. Madoka? Magica. I'm very into. You can probably take guesses as to why. Orin High School, yes. I was very big in Orin High School host club when I was younger, and I did watch the English dub version because it was actually really well done. I also watched the abridged series of it. Kill la Kill, I really like Kill la Kill. I actually love Studio Trigger, period. Studio Trigger is my favorite anime production studio ever. And I mean ever. I absolutely love Studio Trigger. Kisniver is one of my favorite anime ever. Promare is one of my favorite movies. I I also liked BNA when it came out. I was very excited for that to come out. Kill la Kill is also one of my favorites. Studio Trigger, I think, just does a really good job. Also, one anime that not many people know of that I really like is Zodiac War. It's kind of like a battle royale where they're all based off of the Chinese zodiac. Very interesting. I like that one. Yes, there is an abridged series of it. Code Geass is really good. I watched that a long time ago. Death Note is actually one of my favorites. I really like that because of the psychological aspect of it, as well as kind of like a detective feel. Sorry, I can like ramble on and on about like a lot of different things. I think anything too that kind of gets your mind reeling is really interesting. There's one called, I can't remember, I think it was like it literally has devil in the title, but that doesn't help at all. A personal grudge. Uh-oh, I could kind of guess why. Hidden Abyss. This sounds familiar. I'm not sure if I'm thinking of the right thing though. I actually have not seen Made in Abyss, but I've heard of it and wanted to get into it, but I have not. This style kind of reminds me of I forgot the name. It has world in the title though. Yet another anime with devil in the title is actually a really good name. Wait, hold on. Riddle Story of Devil is what it was called. It just came. So World Trigger? No, it was I remember it had this character with like pink hair. Wait. 1 second. Not this. I know how I'm describing it is horrendous. Hold on a second. Was it Beyond the Boundary? No, wait. That does sound familiar, but I did watch that long time ago. I was obsessed with that in middle school. Oh my gosh. It was like there was like a giant whale. Oh, I'm losing it. I don't remember what it was called. It was like, it has world in the title. There was like a giant whale. Hold on. Ooh. Mirai Nikki's good. Giant whale anime with world in title. Google help me. No, it's not that. Wait, was it Children of the Whales? Was that literally it? It was Children of the Whales. Oh my. Dude, it was Children of the Whales. Oh, I'm losing it, dude. Yes, it has world in the title and there's a giant whale and it's called Children of the Whale. Not true at all. Whatever, okay. We'll get over it. I actually need to watch some newer anime. How many results fit that description? 2. I will say in terms of newer anime, I'm pretty sure the only ones I'm really into that are newer is like Chainsaw Man and The Summer Hikaru Died. I do like Apothecary Diaries and Frieren. I got into both of them because I was compared to the main character out of both of them. So both Frieren and Mao Mao I was compared to, and that's how I got into them. Also, IDV had a Frieren crossover, which definitely helped. I throw my money at this game like it's candy. It's basically like I pay rent to that game. It's really bad, guys. Gacha addiction is not for the weak. My wallet gets lighter and lighter by the week, unfortunately. Identity V is the game I'm referring to. It had a crossover with Frieren. It tends to have a lot of anime crossovers, actually, which is how I personally... which is how I actually personally got into it. Because there was like the Danganronpa crossover a long time ago. Yes, I love girl failure characters because it reminds me of myself. That's basically why. Every time someone tells me about a character and they're like, this is like you know what they say? Because they're autistic. And I'm like, I mean, I guess. They're like, this character is really like you because they're kind of just like autistic. And I'm like, okay. All right. I mean, you don't have to call me out. Like, I get it, but I remember when I told my close friends about the diagnosis before, they were like, yeah, I kind of figured. It's like, wow, you guys are really supportive. Thank you. We get along. We get along here. Close friends of over 10 years. This is how I get treated, of course. Have I ever heard of alternate history? I don't think I have. I'm kind of curious what that is, though. Ice soup. Ooh, that's not my favorite meal, but it's my common meal. Oh my gosh. Peer reviewed is insane. You're not wrong. Gosh, we have fun here. Ooh. By the way, if you guys are looking for a series that is like 5-minute increments, kind of like, not to jump scare anyone here, kind of like how Hetalia was, where it's like 5-minute or like 5-minute episodes, and you like horror. I love Yamishibai so much. Zenless Zone Zero has been killer. Oh my gosh. I tried to play ZZZ. I enjoyed it. I just know I was going to like sink my money into it and it would not have been good. Yeah. I get you, Lord. I get you. Also, I saw that you got Automata. Let me just I'm gonna show that so I can answer the question. Do I like femboys? Yes. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I think, yeah. Okay, I do. I will also say, yeah. Yes, but I also like the opposite too, because I kind of like the really pathetic anime dudes that are like really big and burly, and they have like the IQ of like 5, because I find it really enjoyable. Okay. I like both ends of the spectrum. To me are very appealing. Like, I'm thinking like what's a good comparison that I can think of? Himbos. Yes. Yeah, the himbos. I do really like himbos. Okay. Himbo energy is really himbos are peak as well. Yeah, it's like, yes, like they look like really intimidating, but they're just like so like goofy and sweet. Like, I'm so sorry to mention League of Legends. Kind of like Set from League of Legends, and he's a mama's boy too. It's like you either gotta be a mama's boy or you gotta have mommy's issues. Wow, is that just like it goes either way then? Okay, I'm just kind of going through like a revelation here. You have to give me some time. Who else is a good comparison? Joseph Joestar is a good comparison. I can't think Johnny Bravo. Yeah, I guess like Mama's Boy is the other side of the mommy issue coin. That is true. Oh my gosh. Am I really an I can fix him person? Maybe something's wrong with me. Oh god. This stream has been a ride for me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, yes, all the art that people make with like Set and Zaya. I'm sorry, I'm a Rakan and Zaya truther. I love those two. I also do like Rakan, because he also is a himbo. I guess I'm having like self-discovery via stream. Yes, it's an experiment. Exactly. I do like the villainous characters too, so I guess, you know, the shoe fits. Hearts of Iron 4? Wait, hold on. It sounds really familiar. Oh! I have heard of it, but I'm not too... someone actually mentioned it when I made a post. I think it was talking about like favorite game titles, and I remember people talking about it. And I looked it up because I was curious. I remember looking that up because someone mentioned it. And I do also recall seeing it even before then too. Ooh, Persona 3, who was my main ship? Oh, like in terms of like love interest? Oh, to be honest, I haven't played Persona 3 in a long time because I actually haven't played Reload yet. Because I've been waiting to play it okay, this just sounds weird, but I've been waiting to play it on stream. Actually, when Persona 3 Reload actually came out during a good time for me that I really wanted to play, but I never got around to it. And then by the time I wanted to play it on stream, but I also knew that I was waiting to debut in VFleet, so I wanted to stream it in VFleet, so I haven't played it in a long time. And I haven't played Portable since I was younger, so I'm honestly not sure. Do I like Phasmo? I love Phasmophobia. I love all ghost hunting games. Demonology is also one that I really, really like. I used to be into Ghost Hunter Corp, or actually the name changes. It's changed like every month. I don't know what it's called now. That was fun for a little bit, but no one plays it anymore, like at all. Also, have a good night. Ooh, I hope so. This is actually something I'm really hoping we can do, and I can probably pull people into. I want to do a lot of horror collabs. I want to do so many horror collabs. Like, either if it's oh, I love Devour. I actually really want to do the new maps. The last time I played, like actually played, was when the Western map was released, which was years ago. Also, I do play Helldivers 2. I actually recently started getting into it, and I do enjoy it. I also did play a lot of Dead by Daylight. I've never tried Metro. I will say I really want to pull people into doing a repo collab. Phasmophobia is on that list as well. I want to do Outlast Trials. World of Warships is actually a game I really want to get into. My one thing though is that I'm extremely competitive. I get dangerous when I play PvP games. Which is hard for me. There's a reason I play team-based games, because if I do a PvP game, I get really worked up. Very worked up. Listen, I only recently started playing Helldivers, okay? And you were supposed to play Outlast with me. Oh, there's PvE. Okay, that might be best to start off with at least, because I get toxic. There's two PvP games that I tend to play often, which is League of Legends and IDV. I get bad. So whenever I'm in VC with my friends and I'm playing a game and I start getting really angry, they're like, oh, Des is playing this game. It's bad. It's bad. I used to play Overwatch a long time ago in its prime. I was bad. I play Marvel Rivals. I have to play it casually, because if I get too into it, I will return to that era, and it's not a good era to be in, okay? I'm very competitive. I'm very competitive, guys. I tend to reach the top rank in every competitive game that I focus on. So I try to force myself to play anything casually so I don't get to that point. Oh my gosh, Igorki, let's play Fortnite. Tempting, because ooh, The Honkai Star Rail skins are out. Oh gosh, you can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. Maybe. Yeah, I could be convinced fairly easily. Deadlock! I actually wanted to play Deadlock. I tried a little bit. I've had it installed for so long, but I never get to play it. Community matches. Honestly, an interesting idea. Have I played Ace Combat before? I have not. I will say when I was younger, I wasn't too big of like, why did I frog blink? My tracking is tweaking again. Oh my gosh. I do like a weird frog blink sometimes. You gotta? Alright. I'll consider. I'm trying to... Okay, when I was younger, I played a lot of Wizards 101, Pirates 101, Maple Story was a really big one. A lot of old RPG Maker games, especially horror RPG Maker games. Which... VFleet tradition, I'm so scared right now. What am I about to witness? I also played... Okay, you guys may not know this, but it's called Transformice. It's like mouse parkour, basically. Oh god. But I think I dumped like a good like 5,000 hours into Maple Story when I was younger. Oh, Pop Tropica. Can't forget Pop Tropica. Catherine. I really like Catherine. I also play a lot of Sea of Thieves. I stopped playing when it started getting extremely PvP based because they started basically rewarding PvP. And I got pissed off. I would get pissed because my friends were mainly just casual players who didn't want to deal with it. And I would get competitive like, oh, this is like, I don't want this to like, you know, our ship to go down and for us to lose a treasure that we literally just grinded for. Especially because there was one time where we did like a really hard like vault and then we got attacked and I got so pissed off. I was like, nope, I'm off. I'm not doing this. Best crash record? Oh gosh. Less safer work games I have played before. You know, I think I have my fair share of interesting games that I remember. We're not gonna go in depth on that though. No comment regarding that. Also, I can't lie, I'm kind of interested in some of like the otome games, but I'm so bad with visual novels because I get so tired. I sort of asked someone that before about not safe for work games. Oh gosh. There's just one that always comes into mind when I think of a not safe for work game because I remember it used to be really popular, which I think it was Cloud Meadow if I recall. It was really, really popular at one point. It was like all over Twitter. Don't know how, but it was all over Twitter. That was a time. And I would say, you know, the pixel animations were actually really well done. I can't even lie. Like, you gotta give credit where credit's due, guys. Even if it's not safe for work. Come on. I'll also say this. You'll never find someone with better, like, anatomy knowledge than someone who draws not safe for work. It's really impressive. It is really impressive. Oh my gosh. I think my most PvP... Overwatch is up there. Dead by Daylight also is. But like DBD, IDV are asymmetrical PvP. But in terms of team PvP, I played a lot of Siege. I played a lot of Overwatch. Marvel Rivals. I tried Valorant. It never really stuck. For Battle Royale PvP, Fortnite, Eternal Return. I really wish Eternal Return was more popular than it is, but of course it isn't. Apex Legends. I was like an OG for Apex because I played on release. I haven't played Battlefield, but I've watched a lot of Battlefield. Sometimes my drive for games just isn't like really big. Dude, when I played Siege, Mike, don't even think about going on Mike. There was two sides of the spectrum when it came to playing Siege and you were femme. Either they hated you or they white knighted you. Far and few in between was it a normal person, and it was horrifying. It was kind of scary, so I never really used my mic. And I would always make sure I would play with my friend in case something happened. I'd be like, you tell them this. I'm not. I can't. I also just have like really bad voice anxiety. When I was growing up, in my mind, I thought I sounded like a 10-year-old boy because I had like a deeper voice, like a raspier. And also being a girl, I was just so nervous. I had like voice anxiety. Do I play Minecraft? I do. I also started playing Hytale, which is really fun. They're just too complicated these days. They have like 1 billion operators now. Also, hello. I appreciate that. I will say, like, oh, my own voice makes me so nervous. It's a love-hate relationship. It truly is. And I know that probably sounds goofy considering that I want to work on ASMR. Ooh, mod or vanilla? Depends. It kind of depends. I like quality of life modded. Winston Churchill. That's interesting. But I also haven't heard Winston Churchill's voices in a long time. I think the last time I heard anything close to it was during the documentary that came out on him. Frank Sinatra. Okay, that's definitely a compliment right there. Also, thank you. I really do want to work on oh, Yorkie. I'm putting you in my mouth. You're going in. Wait, there was a Metal Gear collab with Siege? What happened? What happened? Ooh. Oh my god, Whiskey. Hi, Whiskey. Also, I'm Des, and for anyone who just joined, by the way, perchance, I am Desiree, aka Des. Winston Churchill had to have been the training data for YouTube's auto subtitles. They always understood it perfectly. That is insane. That is insane. Oh my gosh. This is true. Some people really just do have clear voices. I forgot what I was saying. I feel like I get sidetracked at all and my brain just dies. Oh, okay, I know what I want to do. I want to do a thing where I kind of compare my voice now versus like my old mic. Because my old mic, I have really old videos, and my mic, I sound so different because I used to have like a little like Turtle Beach mic. I think that could be fun. Just to be like, I don't know, memories. Memories are always fun to look through, you know? Without understanding it, oh god, a Boston accent. Also wait, should I say tree? Oh, sleep aid ASMR is a really good idea, actually. I was trying to think of ASMR ideas because it's something that I'm very fresh when it comes to. So trying to think of ideas as to what to do is something I've been brainstorming. But we'll see. We'll see. I gotta start plotting. Maybe they did study off of Winston Churchill. I feel like that would be a good way to do it, right? Wait, that's so weird. Hold on, I kind of gotta like look this up now. I'm gonna start like, my history is gonna be Winston Churchill, whatever. Churchill, like speech. Oh, your first language is Spanish. That's fun. You know, that also reminds me, I kind of want to do like a language learning stream occasionally. Like maybe like polishing Japanese. The talk, oh my gosh. Just like any old like Xbox party or like old like console games, you know? What's your microphone model? Like which one I have. I don't know the exact model, but I know it is a Shure. Because I used to have a Blue Yeti, which is everyone's starter microphone typically when you go into streaming. It didn't agree with my voice ever. Mad scientist kidnaps you for her experiments. It's like an anti-ASMR. You're just rattling the cages, and I accidentally drop you. Like the guy from Overwatch. Yeah, like the gorilla. Sometimes I miss Overwatch, but like I miss like old Overwatch. New one, like it looks fun, but it's not like what it used to be. Still a Blue Yeti girl. It's a good mic. It just really didn't like my voice for some reason, no matter what I did with it. Messing with settings, nope. Messing with where it was, nope. I hated it. It's really bad. They both had speech impediments. Wait, that's actually a really interesting bit, like, of lore there. Wait, hold on. I feel like I missed something in chat. Yes, Overwatch 1. Dude. You thought I was Canadian? I'm really close. I'm really close to Canada, that's for sure. How to stutter. Interesting. I actually have a stutter myself, but it's something I trained out of my system. But if I get really emotional or really like excited and start speaking really fast, you can hear it. If I get anxious, if I get sad or angry or excited, it starts to come out and I'll start stuttering. Which is why I need to like make sure I'm talking normally. Yes. No, exactly. With Overwatch 1, into Overwatch 2, literally everything they did to quote-unquote release Overwatch 2 is basically just the fact they delayed all the updates for Overwatch 1, dropped it when they dropped Overwatch 2. That's it. That's all that happened. All the promises that they made never happened. Yeah, I feel like that's like, it's probably normal, right? For people who stutter. It's like we try to work on it, as many do, and try to train it out, but sometimes it does come back, you know? Seriously, where is our PvE? Where is our promised story mode in PvE? Like, where is our skill trees? What happened? Our promised content and lore. Too many sentences at the same time. Brain going too fast. Literally, yeah. Speaking too fast and it just becomes like a bunch of like babbling. That's what happens to me sometimes. I have to force myself to slow down because A, being a Michigander, we talk fast. B, anxiety. My anxiety is always baseline at an 8. So I talk really fast because of that. And that aside from that, just like naturally just kind of speaking fast. So if I'm not careful, and especially being someone who had like a stutter for a long time, it just turns into like, it sounds like I'm drunk. I'm just like slurring and mumbling. It sounds like I'm trying to either do a really bad rap or I'm like casting like a hex on someone. Oh, Hong Kong Canadian. I keep wanting to go to Canada. How is Canada right now, actually? Like, everything I hear about nowadays right now is like, you never hear anything about like anyone else. Oh, the news has been crazy. I've been hearing about wanting to go to Norway though, because one of my friends is from Norway and they keep saying, you should come here. Norway's fun. And I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? It's cold. Canada's cold. Canada's something weird. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've also been trying to like not fall back into Overwatch. I'm trying so hard. Yeah, I hear Norway is pretty good. And one of my friends lives, well, 2 of my friends lives in Norway, and I'm just like, maybe I should just like go. I have one friend who wants to move to New Zealand because he's a pilot. I have two friends, kid being one, who's in Norway, and one of them being like, dude, we can just like, I don't know, try to get married or something, and you can just like come over here, and that way you don't have to worry about it. And I'm just like, that's a tempting offer. Just get married for the benefit of going to Norway. Like, I mean, I'm probably not gonna get married any other way. I don't know. Also, welcome back. I also have been tempted to go to Canada just because I also want to travel. I really, really want to travel in a way. Like, one of my dreams is actually to like travel the world on like a tour of trying out like regional foods, like regional dishes, like straight from where they come from, so it's authentic. Like, that's something that I've always wanted to do, because it sounds fun. That was my idea. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, Eve as well. Get married for shits and giggles. Tax benefits. Like, you know, that's my idea. That's not always a good idea. Okay, well, I mean, it's a idea, but not the best idea, but a idea. Crimes against your... What happened? Ooh, I've always wanted to like visit Japan, like mainly to visit. Well, there's a lot of places I want to visit just to see the world, because I think it's very enlightening. True, that is true. There are definitely some places that, when it comes to like street food hygiene, isn't always the greatest, to say the least. Want to tax benefits each other? Say less. But you know, I kind of want that Norway citizenship. You know what I mean? As a joke. Oh my gosh. Ooh, yeah, I really want to visit Japan. I mean, it's been something I've been really looking forward to eventually doing, especially because I always get food videos on my feed. But it's also really walkable. This kind of sounds a little nerdy, but when I see places that have very good public transportation and it's very walkable and you don't need to rely on a car, it always seems really nice to me, because Michigan, you kind of always need a car. It would be nice not to have to worry about that. But you know, yeah, the art style is different. See, get the tax benefits. Hawaii #2. Ooh, Hawaii could always be nice. Instead of a hotel, that would definitely, that's really good with saving money, honestly. Mission can't walk anywhere. Yup, everything is like half a mile away from each other. Not to mention the cold. Ooh, what is another place I would want to visit? I always wanted to do one of those like really long train rides through the Alps. Oh yeah, Mackinac Island. You have to do by foot or by horse. Do hostels, not hotels. Interesting. Lots of good sights. Oh, you guys are making me wish I could go to Japan. What's another place I would want to visit? I really want to try Chinese street food. Really, really bad. I want to kind of experience the night markets there. That or Thailand. I really want to go to Scotland because I want to see... Is it Edinburgh? Edinburgh? Ooh, okay. Far cheaper and a lot more options. I'll keep that in mind for when/if I go. Ooh, what's a place I would never visit? Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'm so bad with like pronunciation for things. I don't think I would want to ever go somewhere really hot. Ever. I'm so bad with the heat. Yeah. No. Anything too hot, pass. Hard pass. Dry and hot, pass. Oh, so Thailand is a pass? Alright, so no Thailand. Australia is probably a pass. Because I always see the many images of of the certain species that they have. Ooh, in the winter. Do not go to Cancun in the summer. Never Africa. If anything is hot, it's a pass for me. I can't. I will die. I will literally die. Ooh. What other place would I want to visit? I feel like a lot of places in Northwest, I think like Northwest Europe, I would like to visit. I do want to eventually kind of experience Venice and Greece. Anything historical, I kind of want to see. Ooh, Taiwan could be really good. Taiwan is better than mainland China for visitors. Okay, that makes sense. I feel like that makes sense. Ooh, could do Taiwan then. Ooh, Finland. Finland's good. Rome. Yes, perfect. Rome is also really good. What else? I feel like very big historical countries could be nice, I think. Like how you mentioned Rome. Rome is a good one. I do want to see Greece. I especially want to see like a lot of like the old temples there. I think that could be really interesting. Sometimes I contemplated wanting to go to Egypt, but too hot and sandy. So pass. Ooh, Spain. I can think about that. Also, hello, a lot Canadian. See, you found your way here. Hello, hello. All of Europe. Yeah, Europe's got a lot of history in general. Ooh, what else? Ireland. Ireland's a good one. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of places that are pretty good ideas, you know? But yeah, also we have not really addressed the slides. Music, and we just been kind of like staring at this. Ooh, Iceland. I actually always considered wanting to go to Iceland, like even just to move there. But I know they have a lot of volcanic activity. South Korea could be fun to experience. Probably like maybe like a couple days. I feel like outside of like I'm not. Ooh, maybe some of like the. Do they have like historic districts? Because I would be interested in seeing that. Oh, it's not that active, really. One of my friends was telling me that it was, so I'm like, all right, I should fact check my friends. This just in, I cannot trust my friends, which to be honest, it's probably fair. They don't have a historic district. That's kind of lame, actually. What the heck? You poke her head down. That's crazy. You know, I feel like every country needs to have a historic district. I feel like it's so important to have, you know? Because it's so interesting. And I feel like it's so important to maintain history and like the culture, like old culture with it, you know? Like I feel like it's something that you'd want to maintain. Ooh, Mesopotamia, medieval Britain. Yeah, that's what's really interesting. Would be a lot of occupation, like a lot. That's true. There's a lot of dark history in particular, like especially like in Asia and even like regarding Japan, you know. But I think like historic districts are like even the dark history too. Things are to be remembered, you know? Fact-checking friends, always trust and verify. Yeah, I'm gonna like just fact-check every single thing my friends say, because honestly, I feel like they are less trustworthy than TikTok is. And that's saying something. I feel like, yes, history is history, exactly. Not only is it something that's that can be interesting and fun to learn about, but it's important, right? How about a trip to Raccoon City? Say less. And And that's exactly why VFleet is important too, because we're also here to help maintain history. Like, that's the importance of the museums that we're trying to maintain. Like, yes, like, even if it's dark, like, it's always going to be important, you know? I need to drink some water. Hold on. That's a tempting offer. I can't lie. I honestly, this is something I hope we can get in the future. I really hope we can get an East Coast, like an East Coast con here in the US, somewhere near, because I feel like it would probably be in New York or it's going to be in Boston. And I think it would be nice to have it near the Salem, you know? The USSA, I'm totally not biased, guys. I'm totally not biased in saying that, but all the VTuber cons happen on the West Coast. They're all in California. Like, you know? Like, what do I have to spend, like, $500 for a singular round-trip ticket? Please. Yes, Cali has a lot of cons. Toronto would be easier for me to get to than California. Ooh. Oshi Uplink. Okay. Writing this down. Noting this down. Royal Navy capital ships were scrapped. That's so wild. I think what's sad is to see how many, like, naval vessels have been scrapped. Like, we have, like... There are so many, like... Like, we have, like, straight up... Like, you know, like, for example, like, the Des Moines class. We've got one remaining. But there are so many classes that are just entirely wiped. Just gone. And, like, they have nothing to represent them aside from, like, old pictures or stories or parts. It's just so sad to see. Man. The USS Enterprise is currently being scrapped. Oh my gosh. I actually was not aware of that, and that's crazy to hear. What? Yeah, the artifacts. So luckily, like, we get to keep those. It just sucks that there's so many too that just get scrapped, and in the end, we lose so many. Ooh, wanted mass on key. Okay, I'm gonna actually have to do some more looking into some cons, VTuber cons especially. Yeah, I mean, a lot of retired ships, especially too because one thing which I also understand, that it's hard to maintain those ships. I get that entirely. But I feel like some are at least worth trying to keep. Especially, like, some of these, like... They feel like precious historic vessels, you know? Also, hello, Stotusk. Hello. Scuba certified. Ooh. I'm actually kind of scared of swimming sometimes. Need to turn Youmacon into a VTuber con. Yes, Youmacon was my first ever con ever, and seeing that Sox agency was on the news, like literally on my local news, because they were like going to Youmacon. That was crazy. That was crazy to me. Wait, Salem is about a mile away from the original Duncan location. That's actually insane. All right, Duncan, you should sponsor the USS Salem. Oh, really? The only British-built battleship that's been preserved is the IGN Mikasa. That is wild. Wow. There's... Oh. Man. Also, hi, Admiral. Welcome back. You're probably off gooning somewhere. Yes, they were on the news. They were, I think it was Fox 2 News Detroit is what they were on. And it was because they went to Youmacon and then they were on the news. It was really interesting. Like, I was kind of like tweaking about it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is actually crazy. But yeah. Like, I was like shocked. I was so shocked to see it. I'm like, dude, are we going mainstream? That was wild. It was the wild time. But honestly, big shout out to the girls, especially since they were also explaining VTubing as well, which I think is very nice because there's so many misconceptions when it comes to VTubing. Dude, Admiral like came and said one message and left. I swear he's gooning somewhere. Some former crew got the radar working at MS with he's back. Anyways. Who said that? 8 nuclear reactors. That's really interesting. Oh, the stream went to 144p. What just happened? Uh-oh. Yeah, what is... I thought it was a meme. I thought at first that it was a meme that they were on the news. Acknowledge Baker's field. My bad, bro. Anyways, we're ignoring Admiral a little more here. My favorite pastime is to be a menace to Admiral. I forgot the next slides. Oh, the goals! I think we kind of already talked about them a little bit. Ooh, definitely more collabs. Not just collab with an Oshi. But I want to collab with so many people because I want to do so many horror collabs. I need to make people suffer. I want to hear people scream. Soon. One day. What? Dead ass. I'm curious. Ooh, one of my coworkers, their husband does maintenance on F-35 radars. Wait, that actually sounds really interesting. Get killed for budget reasons. With new reactors meant they only needed 2. Huh. I'll scream for it. Hey. A VFleet wide tradition. This is true. This is very true. Admiral doesn't get paid enough. Speaking of partner on YouTube, by the way, we are really close. Like, we are really, really close. Indeed, I do. By the way, one thing I do want to talk about is Oshi's. Because we do have Pippa here. I know, you don't get paid. Well, you get paid with our presents. That's a good payment, right? Did the Admiral get the trouble? Admiral does get into a little trouble occasionally. Mainly because of us dear VTubers. But anyways, but Oshi's Pippa is up there. But I'm definitely someone who enjoys a lot of the chaotic VTubers. If they get clipped a lot, you can probably assume. Now, like I'm saying, like honestly, I feel like a lot of my Oshis sometimes get into a lot of like schlack because of the fact that they have no idea, or they have a hard time kind of being out of context a lot. And being menaces. Like even like Kenji is someone that I enjoy some of his content because he is extremely chaotic as well. People on the chill side. Who recently chill do I even watch? Because like I feel like there's not many chill VTubers I watch. I also really like any horror. People play horrors, which a lot of there's actually a lot of people in the corpo realm that play a lot of horror as well. Pippa screamed at me in fact though. Did you deserve it? Ooh, if you have a chill VTuber, I would definitely like to hear. You know he loves you and cares about you. Even if we are menaces. Yes, yes. Sometimes we might kind of get there. Just kidding. How much storage do you have in your PC? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, you mainly watch JP streamers for language study reasons. That's fair. That's also a really good way of learning. I do like Markiplier. In terms of non-VTubers, I really like Insim. He plays a lot of horror games. He used to be really big on Observation Duty and Phasmophobia. I also used to watch a lot of... His name starts with an L. I can't believe I forgot. He plays a lot of Lethal Company. No, not L. His name is Mythson. I don't even know how much storage I have right now. I think I have about like 800 gigabytes free. Oh, honestly, that's fair. That's a good way to grease them. Sure, yelling at them. Honestly, just kind of yell hello. Maybe I should do that for meet and greets, actually. Get their attention, you know? You know what I mean? Trying to think. Who else? Let me actually check here. Any League of Legends streamers? Ironically enough, I actually do not watch League streamers. Ooh, not a streamer, but a YouTuber. I do enjoy watching proximity chat videos. Mainly when I eat. Just because I kind of find them hard to believe. Like, I kind of find them hard to believe when I see them. Who else? I like anything spooky, to be honest. That sounds familiar. I don't think it was that though, but I do recognize that name. It's been so long. There's a lot of VTubers that I tend to watch casually. I feel like when people say Oshi, it feels like it has to be like, oh, you watch them or watch them all the time, you know? But I feel like it's hard to say that I'm like a huge stream watcher, you know? So it's hard to say, oh, they're my Oshi. Like, there's people I look up to. There's people I look up to a lot. Like, I look up to Mint a lot. I think she's a really strong individual. I look up to Pippa for what she does as well, especially for the USS Hornet. Plus, she's really entertaining. I try to catch her streams. In fact, I actually watch her on Twitch and not YouTube, believe it or not. I also look up to Zeal a bit, mainly because his music production, I think, is really, really nice. Kerbal... It's Kerbal? History YouTubers, yeah, the alphas of the platforms. Do I sense a bias? But also agree, Mad appreciation for history YouTubers. I feel like they definitely help a lot, just in general. Not only is history entertaining, but it's important. We were talking about this earlier. History is very important. Like, we see what happens when we forget history. Let's make sure that does not happen. But welcome in, by the way, and good night, Chronos. I know it's definitely late for a lot of people outside of the US/Canada. Oh, I'm gonna have to take a look. I think I was added on Twitter, but my notifications are being weird. And I couldn't find it. It like tweaked out my notifications. They keep being weird. No, I get you. It feels like it's something every day. Oh, that's good to hear. I feel like, yeah, VFleet, when it comes to like trying to preserve these museums and the history behind them, it's so important, you know? I feel like, especially growing up with my mom, she was someone who was very big on history in general and also maintaining it, which I think was a big benefit for me growing up. Like, obviously not just what happened with my brother, but the importance of history in general growing up with that being hammered into your head, I feel like it's very beneficial, you know? Whew. My throat. I'm gonna need a cough drop after today. Ooh, final girl design. That's a punk girl. That kind of inspires me to maybe do an outfit in the future that's like final girl, like type, you know? Wait, VFleet even reaches Japan? That's really interesting. Honestly, that's really nice to hear, honestly. I feel like part of me was always worried that like VFleet would only be really be recognized in the US. Which honestly I can't say is an issue at all, because I feel like it's important, just any acknowledgement for the museums, you know, is big. But to hear that also, like, we've had Canadians in here, we've had Europeans, and also in Japan, like, that's crazy to hear. Like, that's wild. I'm also gonna write down these names as well. Hold on, give me 1 second. Because I do want to check them out. Oh my gosh. Please, also, I will say this. Guys, make sure you take care of yourselves. I know life is crazy right now. But take a deep breath and step away when you need, and make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Life gets crazy. So do the best you can to take care of yourself in the meantime. But I sound like I'm from the Midwest. Oh, what makes you say that? How'd you figure that one? Oh my gosh. Oh, really? Here's in the museum ship volunteer space that isn't the Hornet. Also know about the fleet. I call soda pop. Okay, yes. This is this is true. There's probably like 3 states that call it pop. Maybe I gotta start forcing myself to call it soda. Or Coke or something. Maybe people think I'm from the South, call it like a cola. Oh my gosh. Who specializes in dead people? You know, I guess that's one way of doing it. That's one way of doing it. I keep like laughing that I have to take like a deep breath like every time. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it definitely is difficult though, guys. I get it. I get you. But still, we gotta make sure you do what you can to rest up. Oh my gosh. That's just, I can't believe I got clocked for being Midwestern. I'm sorry, I call it pop. Yeah, let me drink some more water. Yeah, winters here can be wild sometimes, but I think it's more so our weather is so indecisive that's worse than the cold. Do you like rockets? Yeah, I think they're cool. You've not heard her call soda pop, really? That is interesting. Ooh, wisdom teeth removal. How did that go? I've actually never gotten mine removed. I guess I've never had the need to. Also, sleep well. Oh yes, I feel like every time I hydrate, you guys should hydrate. I really wish YouTube actually had redeems similar to Twitch, but unfortunately it doesn't. So we're out of luck there. Oh gosh. It's actually, speaking of, hold on. I had you out for a week. What? It was that bad? What else? I'm curious. I'm curious what's happening here. We'll settle for this. We start like role playing in chat. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the weather has a hard time deciding what it wants to do. Either, you know, -10 degrees, snow, suddenly it's thunderstorming, suddenly it's really humid outside and it's nice and warm. You really never know what you're going to get. Do you like fanfics? That's between me and my history. I will say I'm very aware that apparently AO3 has been going down often lately. Don't know why. Probably the spaghetti ancient code that it's got, but true. Great Lakes. the Great Lakes are the area's wild during the winter. Secret I've noted. My search history, no. That's between me and God. No one else needs to know about that, okay? And whatever FBI agent's gonna try and track me down here. Oh, God. Ugh, my throat. Sorry, I've been like talking all day today. Which I know you think would make sense, but actually I'm a very quiet person normally outside of streaming, but today has been a busy day for me. Edmund Fitzgerald. We should have like convince Admiral to give me an outfit that represents like a Great Lakes ship, you know? I feel like that's not gonna happen. But yeah, the weather has just been really aggressive. Dude, AO3 is wild. There are things you'll find on AO3 that you will never, ever, like, realize. Or, like, understand beforehand. Like, it's almost shocking. Oh, the recovery after wisdom teeth removal? That would drive me crazy, I feel like. Eesh. As Holmes. Wait, that makes sense, though. Oh, well. Oh, man. I am familiar with it, by the way, with the story of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Well, okay. To be honest, I'm not a rookie. I wouldn't keep my history on. Like, we're going incognito if I ever need to look anything up. Let's be honest. You know? Ooh. A witch girl. Halloween idea? Wait. I'm writing this down mentally. So I have an idea to propose to Admiral. But it has a very different meaning on AO3. Everything has a different meaning on AO3. I didn't even know what dead dove meant until I had to Google it. I was such a newbie to AO3. I would pull open a fic. I was like, oh, dead dove, do not eat. Does that mean we're eating doves? No, guys. Do not be fooled. Gosh. You know, by the way, guys, for anyone who's in Michigan, fun fact, we do have a singular naval ship museum that I believe is outside of Saginaw. Hold on. Which is the USS Edson? Yes. So for any of my Michiganders, or even anyone from Canada who occasionally comes down to Michigan, because I do know that we kind of have this agreement where, well, okay, maybe not right now. But if you ever come down to Michigan, we do have the USS Edson. So always feel free to visit if you ever come to Michigan. I think it's a little bit of a smaller museum, a little smaller scale, but it's still a naval ship museum. Very interesting as well. Contai collection. I used to be kind of into Contai collection. I didn't play it, but I would try to watch the anime and I would always like watch videos on it. Yes, AO3 is constantly going down as of late, apparently. Dude. What? Ooh. Yeah, welcome to AO3. Anything you think isn't possible in reality will be a thing in fanfiction one way or another. Don't listen to Admiral. Don't listen to Admiral. We're disregarding his opinion here, okay? He doesn't get an opinion. Oh my gosh. What? Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta send something to Mayhem. Oh my gosh. The what fic? No, don't mention Ohio. I know you. I know there's Yorkie. Yorkie is the one Ohioan, whatever they call themselves, that I accept. Begrudgingly, it's fine. But listen, we've got beef, okay? It's the state versus state beef. I love Yorkie. One of the loves of my life. Yes, that's one. But Ohio, a little bit of a no-go for us Michiganders. There's some long-term beef here, mainly because of sports and also other beef that honestly I don't even know why we got, but we gotta stay true to ourselves here. A modern Romeo and Juliet. All right, we gotta write something about this. Speaking of fanfiction. Speaking of fanfiction, maybe we need some Yorkie, like Des Yorkie does fanfiction, and it's Ohio versus Michigan. Wait, what's that one show that people keep talking about lately? It's the hockey one. What, Heated Rivalry, right? People always talk about that. I haven't watched it. I just hear about it all the time, and apparently now I get videos on my feed about it. That's Us, I think. I don't know if it's actually comparable or not, but yes, Yorkie makes Ohio a little better. Oh goodness, what tags are we using? Enemies to lovers for sure. Slow burn. I think that could be a pretty good one. Found family for VFleet. I'll have to brainstorm. a little bit. There's definitely a couple we can think of. Yorkie is very well versed in fanfiction as well. I highly suggest the next time that she streams that you guys ask her what would be the best tags for a Des Yorkie or Yorkie does fanfiction, okay? Oh, a Heated Rivalry. I've heard that there's a lot of scenes for sure. Ooh, enemies to bigger, enemies to lovers. Tempting. Should we do it like Toxic Yuri, maybe? Toxic Yuri Redemption, Hurt Comfort, you know what I mean? Hurt Comfort's a pretty good tag. Had a little fun at the Warplay Simulator, fun at the museum. She's read 50 Shades? Not even I've done that. I haven't even seen the movie. 50 Shades was a Twilight fanfic initially, right? That's kind of as deep as my knowledge goes. I also know that apparently 50 Shades is a pretty vanilla book, BDSM-wise. Supposedly. I don't really know the details. Put all of LIBERTAS in the thing. Just a huge fanfic. I've dropped you to Riley after the first episode because I got too frustrated. They just don't properly communicate with each other. It's like, I've heard many things about Heated Rivalry, both good and bad. I don't know what necessarily is good, like the truth of it or not. An account gets sent to another world, and oh. Wait, no, I know which one you're talking about. Something like the bean counter, something. I don't know the full title, but I know what you're talking about because I saw it on my anime website. Oh my gosh, I know exactly what you're talking about. 7. Oh, on the game? Dang. I'm trying to as a Narissa Midwest Toxic Yuri. I actually do really look up to Narissa, and I want to do a cover of one of her original songs. I need to start working on it soon. Oh, the beat counter saves the kingdom. But I get it! Oh my gosh. The yaoi for all or something. Whoa, really? Female lead in 50 Shades, her grandmother is Melanie Daniels from The Birds. That's interesting. There's so many like random facts, I feel. Oh, the other world's books depend on the bean counter. We've got some very knowledgeable yaoi experts in here. Yeah, Hetalia basically so we have like the canon characters, which are like countries, and then there is a lot of feminine characters. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, my throat. I think I'm dying for a little bit. I'm laughing too much, guys. Oh god, don't kill me. Ooh, I was actually considering proposing like us doing an admit cover. I'm trying not to die. The weather has been killing me already. But that probably is a sign though. I need to drink more water. Oh my gosh. A Yuri specialist? Oh yeah. We love Yuri in this household. We don't have enough Yuri. And it feels like a lot of the Yuri you get is kind of like... We need a better Yuri. We need better Yuri. Ooh, I know there was a recent Advent song. Was it Breakout? That could be a good one because we can get Kid to do the screams / growls. The Yuri we get citrus. Oh goodness gracious. Green Yuri, the green Yuri. The boy she liked wasn't a boy at all. That one was... It may seem overrated, but it was really cute. Then now it's the Yuri slop. There's so much Yuri slop. It's unbelievable. There's definitely still good ones out there, but oh my gosh, there's also so many bad ones. I don't know much about Yuri. Don't worry, we're going to have a Yuri class one day. We're going to inform ourselves on the Yuri gems. Also, hello, good evening. I am a big fan of tragic Yuri and toxic Yuri with redemption. You know what I mean? But that redemption has to happen after a very regretful and like sad arc. Just kiss her, you moron. Amen. Ooh, Genesis Prisoner Breakout and What Goes Around are all chapter titles from the Advent Prologue video. That's actually really interesting. This is all planned. But Breakout is, I think, the one that I think could be fun for LIBERTAS to do, maybe sometime in the future. Primarily because I think Kid would have a great time with it. Also, I can't even remember what other slides I have. I think that's... Oh, that's the schedule, guys. So on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have the debut 2.0. Wait, we could probably like get rid of the presentation. Oh, oops. There we go. I just frog blinked again. What is happening? Also, good night. And welcome back. Welcome back. Let me just go to the center of the screen a little bit here. Hi, guys. Yes, the death metal scream. It was really impressive. Rock is a lady's modesty. Toxic Yuri, you say? Hold on a second. Let me... Rock? Lady's modesty. Interesting. I'll be, doing some research later. For no particular reason. Just, for science. Of course. Sweat fetish. I understand. Oh, really? Oh, that's really interesting. I also was expecting, like, Shiori to do the scream. I feel like it was, like, Whiplash. It was Whiplash. Also, we probably will be closing off stream soon, mainly because I need to get some sustenance on top of the fact that my throat may not be too happy if I keep going. did you do? Wait, you're trying to... Oh, wait. I'm so sorry. I think I missed it. Who was the individual that you recommended? I'm afraid I didn't see it. Did you miss any rock or metal music that you listened to, or was that Nightclub? I actually do like rock and metal in particular. I'm a very punk rock enjoyer, big punk rock enjoyer. But a lot of it ends up being J-rock. I cannot lie. I cannot lie. Yeah. Dude, I actually listened to that song on repeat because just the screams, like, it's so unexpected, but they're so impressive too. Let me take a look here. Now, I'm not quite sure who is streaming at the moment. I'm trying to see if any VFleet gals are streaming. Let me see here. I'm looking through YouTube first, and then I'm gonna look through Twitch. Yes, Rebellion is so good. Ooh, let me see. Yes, I'm taking a look at Twitch. I do see Whiskey, and then Anthony is streaming as well. Okay. I got to actually log into my Twitch. I'm not logged in on my Twitch. And we can't really like raid, but we can kind of send you guys on over in a way. Almost like an honorable raid in a way. Ooh. I have to write those down. There's also this one Japanese band that's a metal band that I really like, but I forgot the name. A dual raid. We could do that. We could do kind of like a little bit of a manual raid in a sense where I'm just gonna tell you guys and demand you go on over and say hi. And I also need to switch over my Twitch account as well. Unfortunately, I'm not logged in since we're YouTube. But I will... You guys, VFleet feature and non-VFleet feature? We could do that if you have a recommendation, and I can also check it out as well. I will be probably bothering Whiskey in DMs to react to her stream because I'm not on Twitch. Imaginary channel points. Yeah, exactly. But yeah. Does anyone also have any questions regarding... I know we talked about a lot today, mainly to hear me out, so that was probably a good half of the stream. But I will send you guys on over. Both Anthony and Whiskey are streaming. Please say hi to them for me. You can say it's Desert Raid. Let me actually spell that out for you guys. It's gonna be a Desert Raid. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. We're gonna be playing some spooky games. And I will see you guys soon. Make sure to take care, drink some water, rest up. I will see you on Wednesday. Good night, guys. Have a good one.